your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast. This is episode 109, and do you know why that's special, gentlemen? Because we've not yet been taken off the air. The authorities clearly are not paying enough attention to what is going off in the podcast space. And boy, oh boy, have things been going off recently, as we are a couple of days in to South Africa videos being released on the main channel. The first one came out, when was this? Last week?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
Last week, and that was at Fancourt, number one golf course in South Africa, even though people are saying Leopard Creek, so I suppose we're going to have to get back.
Oh, that's a shame.
I mean, I think we owe it to ourselves to go back to see what Leopard Creek is actually like.
Put them together.
Who gets to go this time?
That is a good question, because we started off this year actually as far as trip sharing. So me, you, Kieran, we're going away tomorrow, and then the next trip, I don't know. I think we're managing to share it out okay at the moment.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
I'm trying my best. I am trying my best.
You are very fair, and we thank you greatly for your ability to juggle the team members and their requirements to make these things happen. So you are doing a very good job, because I get to go to America. So I'm very excited.
What are you after? What do you want?
Well, I did just put you through a little bit of stress this morning, trying to make you book our check-in for our flights on the exact hour, the minute that it was available. I was like, right, stop what you're doing. Just go on your computer and check us in.
I don't understand it. We can take the bags to the counter in the morning and check in.
It's not about the bags, it's about the seats.
Mm-hmm. That is the important bit, to be fair.
Listen, travel is stressful. I just want to make it as easy as possible.
You know who makes it easy as possible? Our new partners at Golfbreaks. So if you have been watching the channel for a number of years, we've been trying to get together with a travel operator, because we are going abroad a lot, and we wanted to find someone who shares our values, who really kind of wants to explore the world of golf. And we are very, very, very happy to say that we have officially partnered with Golfbreaks, and they are the number one rated travel company on the entire internet, which, the last time I checked, covers the whole world, with 15,000 five-star reviews, no less. So
that's a lot.
Just want to say a huge thank you for them for partnering with us.
Yes, thank you, Golfbreaks. The South Africa trip looked ridiculous. Jacob, was it as ridiculous as it looked? I mean, the course, we've seen the footage. The courses looked great.
Yeah, just
was the trip,
one course already. I mean, the next 3 or 4 videos that are coming out from South Africa, like every single place we played, where they took us, the extra little bits we did as well, because obviously they cover the golf side of things, but like the safari and the wine tasting and all that, it was such an amazing trip, and they just looked after us so well.
Yeah, it was one of the things we actually pointed out before we went. We wanted to do the trip based on what people would get if they booked.
The experience you get,
So we just said, okay, you sort this all out, book us in, give us the itinerary. And it was just
the itinerary. When the itinerary arrived, it was ridiculous. There was about 4 days before you even played any golf, wasn't there? There was safaris.
You just get to warm up and they relax into it. And I mean, a massive time zone changes, massive. Yeah,
it's only 2 hours.
Because they took care of obviously the hotel, the golf, the transfers. I think they also take care of flights on certain trips as well. So they sorted our flights out. And yeah, I mean, for us, it was great, because normally, like the trip we're going to be doing tomorrow, there is a bit of stress involved actually getting all the organisation done.
You have to do all the hard work and the booking and the references and the checking, and you have to do all that silly sausage nonsense.
That wasn't the case for South Africa, so it was very, very much appreciated. We are actually going over to the US, California. Golfbreaks do US trips as well. If you are listening across the pond, they have US-based offices as well, and they're partnered with the PGA Tour.
Oh,
okay.
There's a lot of synergistic.
Is there some available access to us there potentially?
Synergy coming on here, which is wonderful. Yeah, things are really falling into place this year. So I'm very, very excited about what we're going to be doing with Golfbreaks. It's a great team. Looking forward to meeting them in person. Actually, we need to go down to Windsor and the head offices.
Oh, cool. Now, you know the guy who's in all their social clips?
Mm-hmm. Fordy, yeah. David Ford.
Yeah, I wanted to meet him.
His
job is great. Imagine how cool his job is. Like, go around. Oh, we need a nice ball flight for this video about this brand new golf course that we now have access to. Oh, just hit a couple off here. Oh, What a dream.
They're in the Dominican Republic right now.
Are they?
Yeah. The same, Jack and David and
So we think we got a good life.
I know.
there.
I said that. I said that to him. I was like, I thought we travelled.
Yeah.
That is bloody good. That
Unbelievable. Well, the next video, Africa's coming out
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Devon, isn't it?
Devon, yeah. At St Francis Links.
Yeah, obviously, we're going to say this, but please, it is not me just chucking stones in glass houses or whatever it is. Honestly, I don't think you will find a better quality match uploaded on YouTube this month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am pretty confident in saying that.
In 2025.
In 2025.
So far.
This month.
Until we upload the next one
Until the next video comes out.
from us.
Like, no, I always say to the guys, I've said this, I think, to literally every one of you when you've kind of come on board, over the years that's been now. But it's always a case of, if we're going to do a YouTube video, we want a few things to happen. We want to play just incredible golf, loads of birdies, action-packed, or we want to have the worst round of golf possible and just descend into a miasma of chaos.
I had this conversation with multiple relatives over the Christmas and New Year period. Like, oh, how's like, no one really understands what I do for a living. And they're like, oh, so how do you make money off the videos? And like, basically, if people watch them, then YouTube sell adverts, and then we get a little cut of the money that they make on the adverts. Great. So how do you get people? My dad goes, so how do you get people to watch them? And I said, well, one of two things happen. Either Pete plays really well, or Pete plays really badly, and then they go viral.
Yeah. And the Devon match is very much the first.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I think it's the lowest scoring match we've ever had.
I'd agree, yeah.
Because Devon Valentine, who we played, he's one of the best juniors in South Africa. He's won multiple titles, just an absolute gent as well.
Yeah.
But what really helped was the fact that day he played probably really good golf, probably what's normal for him. I actually played really well as well.
No way.
Yeah, for the first time in history on our channel.
Yeah, you do
played well.
You have an ongoing trend of playing really well on other people's channels when the pressure's a little bit off you, and then not always fulfilling your full potential on the Peter Finch Golf channel. So
And
it's nice. It's going to be nice
that
to
will
see.
change this year, won't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Because when Golfbreaks take us to all these amazing places, you can go and play some wonderful golf there as well.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to play bad golf, please can it be on a Scratch Golfer series video, because we like cake.
Yeah,
We want our cake.
So if you want to play badly, just play badly during the Scratch Golfer series, and then we get to eat fudge cake and stuff.
Well, stay tuned, because that might be coming up very shortly. Something which has come and gone, for me, without a massive amount of fanfare, I knew it was happening, was the Team Cup, which pitted Team Europe against Team GB&I, held in, obviously, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, why not?
Because that's the most logical destination to hold that, isn't it?
Honestly, I thought it was like some sort of weird exhibition. It's the first time.
it kind of was.
It's the first time I've ever heard of it.
It was on last year as well.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on
was
last
this
year,
year's one the most? Was this the second time it's ever happened?
Yeah.
Was it last year or was it the year of the Ryder Cup?
It might have been the year of the Ryder Cup.
Oh, well,
I think
2023.
it might have been a gap.
I mean, I get it. I get what is happening, and they've done it at this time of the year, and they've done it in Abu Dhabi because it's practically a season opener warm-up for these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about putting them in a match play situation. So when the Ryder Cup comes around, they're given almost like a trial run by the bigwigs of the Ryder Cup, thinking, he played well in that, he played well in that. Realistically, how much this is going to affect anything, I don't know. But
It's good practice, though, isn't it?
it was good.
Yeah,
it was good practice,
Yeah.
and I've got to be honest. Whenever we've gone to Abu Dhabi, all the courses over there that we've played, absolutely love it from a golfing destination. But as far as like people coming out to watch the match, there wasn't really any kind of tense spectator atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it was just like a bit of a walk around and a jolly. I
Yeah.
did see a few fist pumps, but
There was a few. And like you say, if you're talking about, if you think they've created this as an opportunity to kind of make an environment to see how players react in certain situations, I don't think they could have got further away than what we're going to expect at Bethpage this year.
I was going to say, was the course anything like they were like, oh, we're actually playing the Bethpage of Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
I don't think the Abu Dhabi locals are quite as rowdy as New Yorkers, but we'll see.
The course says this course is very difficult. You are riding in a car and it is 45 degrees, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
It was also good to see, like, Fleetwood obviously played every single match and won every single match as well. So it was good.
We learned a lot there, didn't we?
The man's a match
He's
play
really good.
legend.
Obviously, you got like the big hit, some big hitters there. You haven't got obviously like John Rahm and your McIlroys there. But I just don't see how Team Europe don't win the Ryder Cup this year. I just don't see how they don't do it.
I mean, I do. I see that pretty comfortably. In fact, every single Ryder Cup, I see pretty easily how Team Europe don't win the Ryder Cup.
No,
Because it's in our nature to be pessimistic all the time.
but it's also every time we approach the Ryder Cup, Team America are always playing like incredible golf, stacked full of major champions, all the rest of it. Now, we all know from the past and from previous iterations of the Ryder Cup that this doesn't always play out in the result. But I really can't get excited too much about an event at the start of the year which has really no bearing on the Ryder Cup. Like, I think it was nice. It was a nice watch, but like realistically, what did we learn from this event that we wouldn't already know?
Does it kind of act a little bit as a kind of like feeder for the Ryder Cup? You're
That's
like,
what I mean, yeah.
these are some great.
That's what you think it should or could be. But
These are some great players who, we know Fleetwood's going to be in the team if he's playing. We know people like McIlroy and Rahm are going to make the team. Hatton's obviously like right up there. Rose had a great Ryder Cup, so those people we know about. But there's got to be some people in the team cup who are like on the fringes of playing in the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah, I mean, it should go to say that Team GB&I won 17-8 in the points. Similar format to the Ryder Cup.
Close then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah. It came right down to the wire.
It was
That's
tight
actually-
just before tee off.
It's
Yeah.
weird because that's actually going to be the score in the Ryder Cup as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So
What to us?
It'll be like the other way around. 8-17.
no, we're going to win the thing. We're going to New York
No,
to
that's what
win.
I mean. Yeah, the away team. Yeah.
I mean, realistically, if all the players who were in this team, I mean, Aaron Rai potentially could
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
move
this
in.
was going to be my question to you guys, because obviously there's a few people in there that haven't played Ryder Cups before, and I'll extend it out to Americans as well. But is there any names that you can think of that you think will be making their rookie debuts at Bethpage this year?
I mean, I think Aaron Rai's got a real chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's like 20th in the world,
22nd in the world now.
22nd. Obviously, won on PGA Tour last year. Has an incredible amount of consistency. Like, he's one of those players who you're like, oh, what did Aaron do this week? You go into the leaderboard, you scroll down once, and he's there. He's always there.
It's like a bookmark.
Yeah, so he's just going to like continually accumulate points. And if you're looking for someone new to come in, great putter, great short game, very consistent, foursomes partner to absolutely die for.
Great coaching.
Great coaching. And he plays. So I think he's got a real good shout. I mean, you got Manacero. He's had a great couple of years.
You had him on some list last year about people who might make the team.
Yeah,
didn't you?
he was on the radar.
Rasmus as well, maybe potentially.
Yeah.
Rasmus Højgaard.
Get both of them in there. It'd be so good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Rasmus is a bit of a funny one because Rasmus, you just presume that he's already played in a Ryder Cup, even
Yeah.
though he's like 6 years old. But he's already been around for like...
Does help when someone has played in a Ryder Cup that looks exactly like him.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know, he for me has been really one of those players who you would imagine to break through and really start to have some fantastic results. I mean, such an incredible player.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Nikolai looks fresh on day 4.
Any Americans that you can think of that you think might show up?
You got Thigala.
Yeah, Thigala is in there, yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any kind of
Dunlap.
Oberg. Yeah, that's something like
Yeah,
an
that's
Oberg
maybe getting
version
in there.
for them.
Yeah, so this is the thing, is that you're competing against one of the greatest Ryder Cup debuts of all time from a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't play as well as Oberg, you're someone else.
I think that lad who's started to... Is he still? I'm not sure he's still an amateur. Is it Thor Bjornsson?
Oh yeah,
I think-
Thornbjorn. Yeah, Michael Thornbjornsson.
Yeah, he was like number one. I want to say he was number one amateur in the world. He's turned pro, I think, now.
Yeah. Is it Luke Clanton?
Yeah.
He's missed? No, I think he just missed his second cut on the PGA Tour after last year.
Yeah.
He's obviously
that
playing
would-
solid, but
That would be a big move.
yeah,
He's a rookie.
Say you never know. You just
I mean, there are a few. There are a few, and like you say, you don't really know. I mean, realistically, we obviously follow a lot of golf, but we don't know the best amateurs in the world, the best college players in the world in the US system. Like, we don't know what they're actually like.
Yeah.
Like, when they come out on tour, they could be absolutely incredible. Like, they're almost ready-made for the tour when they start to play. Like, Ober was we knew he was a good player.
Yeah.
We didn't quite know how good he was going to be, though.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember when I remember when he got picked? There was always a little bit of like controversy because it was him or who was it?
Moronk.
Either gonna be
Adrian Moronk.
Moronk, yeah.
By the way, still.
You know what I mean? It's
think
like it's crazy.
It always used to be easier as well, especially from the European side, because we had that European point list and you could kind of get people in from there, which the American side, it was just what we are now, where it's your top 6 and then your captain's picks. Because that top 6 is probably going to be heavily more weighted to those PGA Tour players that have played Ryder Cups before. It's going to be harder, I feel, for someone who's not played in one, unless it is like an Aaron Rai, who has an amazing PGA Tour season this year. So Harry Hull, screw it. He's playing well. Get him in.
Yeah. I just can't see anyone going out. Anyone going out of that Team Europe side that would, compared to the 2023. I just can't see who might go in.
Here's the real question then: if you've got to bring in a rookie from either side, which player do you drop? Say there's some, John Smith from,
from the last team.
Say John Smith from Lancashire comes out and he's wins 19 times on the PGA Tour this year, right? Who do you drop from Team Europe and who do you drop from Team USA in order to put a rookie in?
Yeah, your first thought is Justin Rose, but then Justin Rose is so good. So it's hard, really, really hard.
Probably Nikolai, but I don't
maybe.
love it.
But then also played quite well.
Yeah.
Obviously, it all depends on form, but I think right now you have Justin Rose.
Yeah.
You have Nikolai. You have Matt Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, yeah.
I mean, you've got... Who else is on that team who's kind of like coming out the bottom end now?
Straka.
Straka, yeah. I mean, you've got a few players who...
Rory.
You've got some players who got in on merit, but have really not done a lot since that event and are definitely going to be on the peripheries. I think it depends who that unknown's going to be. I mean, for me, probably the one player who could get in, but it depends on his obviously major performances, is Pugh from Liv.
And Garcia.
Sergio's trying to put himself back in the team, isn't he?
Yeah, and I imagine a lot of those players who think they've got a chance will be playing more DP World Tour events to try and secure those points. So I think there's...
From the US team, you've got to drop Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon's gone.
Especially at Bethpage, yeah.
Sam Burns, did he have a good... I didn't feel like he had a particularly good tournament.
Bryson's got to come in.
Yeah,
Bryson's got to come in.
I'm thinking Billy Horschel's not got to play.
But I've got to be honest, Brooks might be a bit of an issue because he's not really doing
anything to do it.
Yeah.
So, not from a points perspective. Yeah.
Let's think about how many points Scotty won. Not that many. So... maybe he's on the... I'm kidding. He's going to go.
I mean, for me, I think if you should put Brooks and Scotty together again, that'd be...
That's
terrible.
Just never saw that working.
Just put him up against Victor Hovland on his day. He'll just murder anyone. Good luck.
Another small side note. They were talking about it because Keegan was playing the last couple of weeks. If he gets into that top 6, do you think he should play? Or do you think he should just stick to being the captain?
I think he should play.
If he gets in, he can't pick himself.
Is that from because I would say I'd want him to play because I think that would be a terrible thing for them.
If he plays himself in on merit, he should play. But I also think picking Keegan Bradley for Ryder Cup captain next year was the weirdest pick of a captain ever anyway. It didn't make any sense.
It feels like they're sacrificing him a little bit.
Well, it's just like you didn't get in last year. We feel kind of sorry. We know you love the Ryder Cup. Or do you want to be captain? I mean, if you get offered a captaincy of the Ryder Cup, generally speaking, most people are going to say yes to that because it is a huge honour. But Keegan Bradley is still playing well. He's still a good player.
Yeah. So does he play himself in, or then does he not? If he doesn't quite do it, does he get to pick himself?
I mean, you could do
picking yourself is...
That's a wild move.
I think he'd be a great leader on and off the course sort of thing. So I think he's definitely good that he's in there and in the team. It's just whether
but they could have offered him a vice captain spot. They could have invited him to said to him, listen, please play yourself into a team spot. Otherwise, we'll really consider picking you. Play well this season, and we really want you there. But they've guaranteed him being at the tournament, not necessarily knowing whether he's going to be good enough to play in it. Is he going to be a good enough leader?
Isn't he already announced? Kisner, I think, is one of his vices. I think he's already decided. So he won't be there. Maybe not. I don't know.
It's just a bit of a strange one because most of the time when you pick a Ryder Cup captain, it is because they're top playing days are done.
Yeah.
Like Luke Donald was still playing good golf at the time of the Ryder Cup, but he was not playing good enough golf to be winning tournaments and putting himself in contention. It's not like when you're a Ryder Cup captain, all of a sudden you're not a competitive golfer. But once you're Ryder Cup captain, you should never really have a chance of playing yourself into the team because you are going to be so focused on your own game, so focused on being a professional golfer that everything else that comes with being a Ryder Cup captain is going to fade into the background, as it should.
Which is why I think that they've done Keegan so dirty there, because they've put him in front of the rowdiest crowd who are going to get right on his back if they don't come out strong in a season when he wants to concentrate on playing well as well. Like you said, he's not at the end of his career yet. He's got way more pressure than anyone else will have had because they just got absolutely battered, having the best team in the world, probably ever, at a Ryder Cup. They got murdered in Rome. It's a lot to put on someone who's also trying to play a full calendar of events this year.
That's the thing, if he does play in the calendar, and it's just a weird one, because if you're Keegan Bradley, you're still one of the best players in the world. Like, no matter what you think about him, the way he goes about things and all the rest of it, and obviously, he does approach golf in a slightly strange way at times. He's still one of the best players in the world. He's still very much capable of playing his way onto the team. And if he's facing a choice in like June, it's Keegan, we're going to need you for a week to go over team uniforms. Or he's like, well, actually, if I improve my 3-foot putt, if I improve my putts from inside 10 foot, I could win for the 4th time this year.
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do? Like, what? Honestly, what would he rather do? Would he rather play or would he rather be captain? Surely he'd want to play rather than be captain.
But then if he wants to play, he shouldn't be the captain. Yeah,
he should have turned it down and then backed himself to get in the team.
I think that if there was someone that could do it on that side, that's from Team America, I think Keegan would be a strong enough competitor where he is strong mentally in terms of he can deal with the captaincy and also propel himself, propel the team as well. So I don't know. I think he's a very strong character that could work.
I mean, at the end of the day, he also could play himself in, get into the top 6, and then just only play the singles or something. That's
a baller move. That is.
You just you kind of focus on getting your selections right and your pairings and watching all that and seeing all that play out, and then just going into that, play the first game. Go out as the first match. Yeah, come back in and then
shaking his head.
It's such a stupid. Not that. It's just a stupid situation that they put themselves in.
Yeah.
Literally. Completely.
I don't see any future for that pick. It's a weird one. It's a very odd one. The Creator Cup. This hasn't been broadcast yet, has it? The Creator Cup.
No, it's happened at the time of film, and then it's going to be released on the 15th.
So I can't tell you.
No, do you know?
I can't tell you who won then.
Do you know who won?
Because I can tell you who won.
Do you want to fill everyone in with what's...
I was going to say, because this is Creator Classic, but this is not the Creator Classic that we know or that Pete's been involved in.
Yeah, so the Creator Cup is, I believe, a kind of like DP Tour World-ish version of the Creator Classic from the Tour Championship. It's loads of European creators. It's
good that their message is getting across the fact that it's a DP Tour World-ish Creator Classic.
I believe that's on their... Look up their branding. That's what it says.
SEO. I want to put a lot of SEO into this. So last year, the Creator Classic, which was held on the Wednesday before the Tour Championship at Eastlake, creators from across America and me,
asterisk,
came across and we played in the Creator Classic, 9 holes. It was broadcast live on YouTube. By any metric, a pretty big success. And the DP World have done the same thing at the Dubai Desert Classic. Playing in this, we had Sarah Winter, Haley Ostrom, Incy was there, Mehmet, Miles Nazir.
Yeah, there's a couple in there that are...
Danny Moore.
Danny Moore?
They've got Danny Moore.
Got to play
no. Danny. You're putting... Danny. We've talked about this before.
What a man.
Playing golf.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous, mate.
So some of these that I've not even heard of either. And there's like a couple of them are DJs, a couple of them are just like influencers. Like, it's...
Temps.
Yeah, temps.
He's like he's a DJ.
Oh, cool.
So like it's,
four bros,
yeah.
4 bros, Max and Harry Golf. I think Max and Harry are the ones hitting the stingers at the targets, right?
I think so.
Have you seen these
Yeah,
guys?
they're so
Honestly,
good.
it's like pint of Guinness.
Yeah,
And
just
eggs and stuff.
It is one of those things. Like we've been speaking a while about things that we want to do on social that we can just repeat and that we can keep going. Max and Harry are like perfect examples of that. They just put something out on the range about 100 yards away, something.
Just hit stingers.
And just hit stingers at it until it smashes or they knock it off. And every time one of those videos comes on, I'm like, you got me. You got me. 30 seconds, I'm yours.
the bit about it that freaks me out is that you're seeing it from behind the item. So as people who hold cameras for a living, you're like, oh my God, that camera is directly where they're trying to aim.
And it gets hit every time.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a GoPro. I don't know if they've got to be. I don't know if they work at GoPro. Like, just got an unlimited supply.
Endless supply of GoPros.
Anyway, putting with Ellie's there, Georgia Ball, Mac Boucher. Mac, hope you're feeling better as well after your surgery, mate. Ben Krupa, Tony Osterberg. Troy Osterberg.
Yeah, Troy. Again, another influencer. I looked in.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
And then Temps.
Yeah. He wasn't there the whole time.
It was just on his Temps as his Instagram handle. So
Yeah, proper greens were frozen.
yeah.
Temps came out. It's just, I mean, it's fine. And I think both the DP World Tour and the PGA Tour kind of understand that they need to do something around this, and they will get decent views. I don't know. I just get the feeling that if they really want to engage with the creator audience, like they've got to have something which is going to get everyone over, which is going to engage us.
I'm interested to see what it's going to be, though, because obviously when we did the Myrtle, because this is kind of more the Myrtle version, really, because it's filming it, not telling anyone who's won, and then releasing a video. And ours, it was like a month or something before they released the video, and this is coming out when?
On the 15th.
On the 15th. So it's only a 4 or 5 day turnover, basically.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what the video's like. And
I'd imagine it would be sort of cut down into like who's in the contention and stuff like that. I'd imagine. I don't imagine it's going to be every single shot shown.
Do you not think that maybe it was like recorded as if it was a live broadcast, and then they're just going to top and tail the broadcast and put it out?
Potentially, I'm not sure.
Did you also see that a fellow UK creator has signed a club deal?
Oh my God, who?
Namely, they're on that list.
Are they?
Oh, the four bros was it Callaway?
Callaway,
yeah. Congratulations.
I thought they were already with Callaway.
No.
I think they were just free agents wandering around.
Really?
But I think that's good. We've done stuff with those guys before. They're very much on the rise.
And they're mad as well. They're hilarious.
We did get invited to this, by the way.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. This was like...
We got invited.
we got invited.
Or were you invited?
The Rough Cut podcast invite.
We all got invited. But
Scramble.
It would have been I think this took place... Was it yesterday?
Day before.
It was on the Sunday, yeah.
Oh, on Sunday.
Yeah, this took place yesterday, so we would have had to gone from there to California after spending a few days in Dubai. I don't think it would have been
Sounds
practical.
awful. Yeah.
So I thought a few more days in the north. Of England.
Thanks for not booking us in for that one.
It's all right. You're welcome. God's sake. So you wouldn't have been able to go.
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's good from the DP World Tour. I think it's an understanding of, that they want to engage new viewers. I don't think the formula is quite filtered through yet. I think I saw like the PGA Tour obviously doing the Creator Classic at 3 events this year as well. So Sawgrass, Philadelphia Cricket Club, which is a golf club.
No. You got to go play cricket at that one. 18 holes of cricket.
I'm going to that one.
And then was it the Tour Champs again?
Yeah, Tour Champs again,
back at Eastlake, yeah.
So those 3, and which is great, but my big concern with stuff like this is you've got this event. I think it could go amazingly well. The first one was great, but who are you going to get? What are you expecting from them? Because I can understand how this is great for the PGA Tour. It's kind of like, well, what would the creators get as a result from going to here?
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
So it's how to get this connection coming through. I know they've got the Creator Council now, so maybe there's going to be conversations around that. I'm not sure.
But all aside, like if you got rid of PGA's look at it, DP's world look at it, you're just trying to create something new. Do you feel that like a creators golf league would work?
Oh, it would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, listen, a creators golf league. Listen, all I know is within the past year, there's been a lot of conversations going on about how this could work.
Okay.
With a lot of different people, and the format and everything else behind it has not, it's not been formulated yet. It's not come into fruition. I imagine it will. I think not that it has to, but I almost feel that it's one of the next logical steps for YouTube golf to have such a fantastic audience, to have so many people engaged within the videos, to give them something to watch in this kind of format.
Yeah.
Now, what that's going to be, I don't know. Obviously, it'd be great to be involved with it as well. There's so many different things to put together. It's kind of crazy. And also, like, I wonder what you got DP World, you got PGA Tour. Are Liv gonna kind of do something with this as well? Yeah, because I think Liv almost have more flexibility in some respects.
They're more better set up for it, I think, as well.
I think so. Like, it's not like they can do what they want, but they have more freedom to be able to create something. Yeah. So the tubers, I told you, the tubers are coming. The tubers too.
Well, maybe it does end up being I think one of the big problems, say you were to set up a creator league. First of all, you'd have to work out who gets to film it and edit it, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit of a battle. Yeah. And secondly, I think it comes down to geography, because, lots of the biggest creators are in the US, but there's also people all over the world, us, Rick, and then there's Taco and those guys over in New Zealand. Like there are lots of people doing
the logistics
great.
Are getting
the
together
logistics are wild. So, and I know how hard it is just to get like us four in the same room, and we work for the same company. It's impossible. So I think that it's a great idea, and I would love to see it happen, and I'd love to film it, and love to edit it. But the logistics are going to be wild for something like that to happen consistently and to be done well.
It feels like one of those things that, like, we could have been having this conversation about the Creator Classic and being like, they would never let 16 creators go out the day before the Tour Championship. Like, 1 year, 2 years' time, I feel like this conversation could be genuinely about the latest episode of a Creators Golf League. Like, it just feels like it's something that could happen. Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it? Because and I think there's also you got this legacy of having tours and events and being, oh my God, this is really cool, having the validation to be able to play in these kind of events. But then you got the creator community, for a better word, who are all making these videos online, and we can have a look at our numbers and we can point to everything that's going on and say, actually, like, this is where people are watching the content.
If you want actual people to watch it.
So it's kind of like, wow, this, we have something here, and we have to understand what a powerful audience that we have, what we can offer. It's such a weird, confusing, but brilliant time to be making videos. What this year is going to hold, I don't know. I know we're doing some more stuff with the PGA Tour this year. I don't know if it's obviously come through to the Dubai event as well, but that was through the event, not so much like the tour.
Yeah,
got you.
Obviously, Liv,
if you want to start palming these off onto other people, I'm sure we'll be happy to.
Yeah, what representatives?
Yeah.
I honestly, I would have
representing Peter Finch Golf.
Kieran Moore, the ambassador of Finch Golf Media. Kids get little flags.
Kids could have looked after themselves. I'd have gone to Dubai for 2 days.
I'd have knocked it around there, shot 47 over, and come home.
You would have won. Here's a question for you: if there is a creators golf league, which creator wins 8 times in a season?
George.
Bryson.
And does he count?
Does Wes count?
Wes, I think, would count. Yeah, unfortunately.
So I'm sorry, he can't join the Creator Golf Tour because he plays on a conflicting tour. So
he's not got card anymore. So
it's not got his card.
Well,
he
can come he can earn some points through the Creator Tour to go back and play on our feeder tour, or the PGA Tour.
Just imagine the Creator Tour got more world ranking points than Liv.
The OWGR are like, yep,
playing 4-day events. Like, honestly, if you made it as a 4-day event, you could
with a cut.
You could probably qualify for world ranking points over Liv.
And that is how Peter Finch gets into the Ryder Cup.
Oh my God! Just imagine Liv been out.
Good Lord.
Talking about someone who could get in the Ryder Cup when Canada is annexed, Nick Taylor,
the President's Cup,
won a playoff in Hawaii.
I honestly didn't know where that was going.
It was a good effort. It was a good effort.
When Canada was annexed.
I can't claim credit for that joke. I have seen that kind of float around a bit on Insta and X. So Nick Taylor won in a playoff, chip in, rather dramatic finish, and he's won his last 3 playoffs.
Why do I feel like this time every year Nick Taylor's we always talk about him?
Last year was it the Waste Management that he won last year?
Oh, was it? Did he? I don't think he won, but he was up. Because he had. Was it on 17 that he hit that drive or hit that approach and it like ran through? He got really unlucky.
No, that's Sahith.
That was Sahith.
Was that the year before?
Yeah,
maybe the year before. Yeah, but you are right. Like Nick Taylor around this time of year, he obviously has the Christmas off, just grinding, just practicing, comes out swinging.
I feel like this is where we were at when we were getting to the Masters, and you were like, Nick Taylor is
yeah,
going to win the Masters.
Oh, God, my boy Nick Taylor.
Did he, Mick?
Well, his last 3 playoffs were when he beat Tommy.
Is that the last one?
No, that's 2023, and then he won the Waste Management against Hoffman. In a playoff on the second extra hole, and then he beat Nico Echeverria.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. So it was 2024.
Yeah, Phoenix Open. Yeah.
So it's in 2023 and 2024 and 2025 he's won
all in this first.
That's Sahith one. It was when Scotty won, and Sahith was looking, was looking at.
And that was like the first time we saw him, wasn't it? And,
and he pulled driver out or pulled freewood out on the 17th drivable, and then he went through the back.
Yeah.
Tough.
Missed the cut at every major.
Is that what he missed the cut?
He's missed the cut at every major he's played for the last 3 years.
Oh, nice.
Wait, who's that?
Nick Taylor.
He's missed every cut.
He's missed the cut at every major he's played for the last 3 years.
The last 3 years, yeah. No, it was time 43, 2019, US Open.
Good.
Oh my God, that's...
He was T29 at the Masters in 2020.
Exactly, so this year's going to win it.
Jeez.
That's how it works.
I think that's how it works.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
He'll only win if it's in a playoff. By the sounds of it.
Yes.
So.
I love that though. Imagine having that as a... I don't really... There's a few things in golf, like Tiger, when he was up in his prime and he was up at the top of the leaderboard, everyone was like, oh, we're not going to win because Tiger's
inevitable.
If you get into a playoff with
Nick Taylor has the same aura as Tiger Woods.
Tiger and Taylor, basically, those two.
Good Lord.
They just emit this power.
So in the Masters this year, when Tiger and Nick Taylor in a playoff, is Nick coming out on top?
Yeah. Recent form,
yeah.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it'll be a battle.
Did you see his chip in to get into the playoff?
Yeah.
Oh, chipped in to get into
it? He chipped in to get in.
For Eagle.
Yeah, on the last.
He needed an Eagle to get into the playoff.
Unbelievable. Like, I think that's what I saw. I just kind of presumed that was to win.
No, that's to get in, yeah.
I must admit, like, I've not, like, I've only been watching like highlights and snippets over the last month. Obviously, not been a massive amount of golf, but
I think because it's been Hawaii as well. Like the times have been normally we say it's good for us, but actually it's getting just a little bit later to see it and see finishes. So
good Lord, speaking about staying up too late, TGL, right? It was at 2 a.m., but it was so worth it.
Did you watch it?
I did not. We watched it the next day. I was very tempted, but I was very sad because Arsenal just got beat by Newcastle. So I went to bed and cried myself to sleep.
Is that back-to-back losses then?
Yes, it is. Thank you very much. However, I'm not joking here. I think TGO is the future.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I think TGO is.
Oh my God, it was so good. I loved it.
I did really enjoy it. There's a few things I just want them to iron it out and just make, because I feel like it could be really good.
Okay, talk to me.
Really good. I think
things you like first.
Oh, things I like first.
Yes.
Okay. I liked the mic'd up. I liked that you could hear the conversations. We said a couple of times, it'll be nice to hear them talk about this being them going on the screen and picking out, because that's what we kind of do in the sim here.
Yeah.
And we were saying about how, and they eventually did do that. I thought that was really good. I think that the hammer thing, I liked the idea. I just think that's one of the ironing out things. I think they could try and find something a little bit different with it. The other thing that I thought that could be really, really good, and this may be just moving forward, is if they found a way to like create an app or like something that while you're watching it live, you could like vote on the next hole or like vote on something to kind of to make it a bit more of like an interactive thing. I know this will be a very niche reference to people, but when you're like in a COD lobby, you can like pick the next map that you want to play. Yeah. And I just feel like
and
whilst
COD
they're playing
COD for people who don't know,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah. Because when you said COD, I thought I prefer Haddock.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
It's a massive sea fishing community.
You can pick the one you want. If they had something like that, like when you're watching at home and then you've got like the 4 holes, because they're obviously those fantasy, hitting it over a volcano vibe holes that they've made. If you could do that, I think that could just kind of maybe incorporate it a bit more and sort of a bit more of a show of like the next hole is, and I don't know, something like that. But overall, I think the product as it is now is a good start. They just need to go somewhere a bit more, I think.
I think that what they produce as well with like the venue, the technology, it is actually really cool. And it's, genuinely like innovative and everything like that. Like, I think it's great. And like, the screen is actually massive.
Yeah,
like,
it's huge.
They've been inviting quite a few like creators there recently to the stadium, just influencers, and then also like I know saw Good were there as well, and like they're standing like just by the screen, and it's massive. Like to actually comprehend.
One of those ones where it just keeps zooming out.
Imagine if you stood by it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's very, very cool though. Very cool.
The only thing what do you feel about, because it's 15 holes and they obviously had it split up, so you had the singles for the final 6, and did you feel that was a good amount, not enough, too many?
I felt like 9 alternate shot was good.
Okay.
I really like shot clock. You didn't mention shot clock.
That's true, yeah.
The shot clock is excellent.
Yeah.
The entire event was over. They had already won.
Yeah.
6 holes in or after the initial 12 holes or something, the competition was won. But because they're playing for points for the rest of the thing, they played out the remainder of the holes. And because they know how long the shot clock is, they know that the program's going to last 2 hours. Loved that. I like the alternate shot for 9 holes. I would prefer to see a lot more of them hitting kind of wedges into the green. Yeah. That green I felt is incredible. And when we were watching it spin, we were all like, whoa, that's like a mind blow.
And how the pistons come up to create that was cool.
Loved all of that. Incredible. I would just love to see them hit some longer shots into that green.
The only reason I say that is because I think my one thing that I just didn't quite enjoy, and I felt maybe, I don't know how they could change this, is that because it was 15 holes, it was just very repetitive. It was hit, turn around, walk to the green that is the same green, essentially. They just flip it round, walk back again, hit, go back to the green. And there was just something about it that was just kind of a little bit just, we're going through the motions here of going back. And I don't know what they necessarily needed to do to kind of change that, because obviously they can't just change a green like that.
So let's just, I take your point. It was quite repetitive. However, can you explain to me a sport where it changes every time the rules and that has stayed consistent and that people watch?
Yeah, that's true.
F1, they go around the same track
I tell you,
75 times.
one sport that does that actually really well is golf.
Yeah.
Because every hole changes when they're walking around a proper hole.
I take that. I will,
not in a tent.
I would.
in West
honestly,
Palm
I
Beach.
take your point, but this is not golf.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
The reason that this is good is because it isn't that 6-hour-long broadcast with silly pundits talking absolute nonsense about a game they don't understand and they're not playing anymore.
I've done 109 of these episodes to know that Pete's body language is about to go on some rant.
Yeah.
I feel there's some...
It's going to be right to the top of the best of rants.
We're not going to say anything for 10 minutes.
Okay,
I'm
so
going to
let's
just drink.
What time are we on? Go.
It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. That's it. That's it. It's a great stadium. I love the size of the screen, even though it makes the golfer look so insignificant, and the actual impact of the shot compared to the impact of the screen, there's like this weird 1 second delay, and it's such a soft sound when it hits. You're like getting people smashing the ball, like Xander was smashing the ball at 190 miles an hour, and it sounded like a wet flannel landed on the floor kind of when it hit the screen. It was so underwhelming. The graphics were fine. Like you said, I wouldn't mind them using the screen a little bit more just to talk about like the tactics they were doing. But it needs to fall down on what it is. Is it competitive? Is it entertainment? Ideally, you'd have both. But these guys, like, what's the incentive? Like, what is the incentive to actually put time and effort to practicing, to getting involved, and to being the TGL League champions at the end of the year?
Yeah,
there's some monetary incentive there, but realistically, this is a couple hours of people hitting into a screen, getting onto a really cool revolving green.
It's cool.
Great. It just doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't mean anything yet.
It doesn't mean anything yet, but it would mean more, and this will never happen because I don't think it would work, but it would mean more if you had a league made up of TGL golfers who this is what they did. Right. You know, this is what they were playing for. This is their livelihood.
You get out of the college system. You either go to DP World, you go and play on the PGA Tour, you get signed up by Liv, or you go and play TGL.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could have a conversation.
They should make
here.
it 72 holes, and then they could give out world ranking points.
Because even with these guys like competing against each other, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. But you're talking about putting a product into the world of entertainment, which is okay. And you know what? There's already 6 million things out there which are absolutely okay. It did well on views. For the first day. Didn't blow anything crazy out of the water, but it got more views than a PGA Tour event. So you've got to be looking at that. What will it be like in 3 weeks when Tiger and Rory aren't playing? Are you going to tell me that once the initial interest in something new being brought out dies down in the middle of the season, honestly, do you think it's going to have less views or more?
I think it'll be. I think you're right. I think at this point we kind of don't really know what it is and why people care.
I don't think they know.
Yeah,
fully
but that's the thing is that
exactly,
we were watching. We were maybe half an hour in, and I was like, I feel like they're enjoying themselves too much. Like it's too fun. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's no jeopardy.
That's what I'm saying. It's the like crossover of entertainment and wanting to win. They were far too much in the entertainment because they were giddy about this new thing that they were doing, which was great. And it was really entertaining to watch. They didn't care who won because when the Bay got absolutely...
The Bay won, demolished New York Golf Club.
So when New York had lost, I didn't see any heads in any hands. I didn't see any tears.
You know what I didn't see? I didn't see anyone go on like X or Insta or TikTok or whatever, like furious about New York's performance.
Yes. Okay. So
I didn't see anyone out in the streets of Manhattan throwing pizza on the ground because they were so frustrated that Ricky Fowler.
We didn't see NYGC TV reactions.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm being serious.
Matt Fitzpatrick's got to go.
So
he's got to go.
I would.
Wasn't he really good?
No, I didn't.
He won good chip shot. I would like to say, and I would like to point out that I actually would like this to work.
I do. Yeah, I would.
I think that there is something here, and the whole setup and everything as well. You can see the time and the effort that they've put into it, but it only goes so far. You can put you could put a massive screen on there, a rotating green. You can put all the technology into it if you want, but it's all artifice. It's all on the.
It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
I know what we do.
It's not fucking real.
It's kind of like what are you gonna do? Like,
bring us 2 more of those every 5 minutes until somebody passes out.
Like, what's going to engage more? Honestly, if Bob Does Sport did their drinking challenge on that would get more people watching.
Honestly, I think they could do the first season, right? Well, they'll warm it up, do whatever. Next year, bin off all the PGA players, and we'll do creator teams. Yep. And we know how to do entertainment, but we'll also be into it because we're not playing for anything else like that. Yeah, and you do teams of, 6 teams of 4, so 24 people. We've got enough creators to do that. Have a team of you, Grant, Sean Walsh, and Matt Boucher, and then you're against another team of 4.
You know what?
That'd be great.
I think this is what it is.
It needs to happen.
To loop back to what we spoke about before, about there being like a creator league.
Yeah.
All we do is we just take over TGL next year.
Well, why next season do they not introduce 2 new teams which are both creators, and we get Pete and his team UK or whoever they are, they get to play against Rory and Tiger, and
would have to be named after a like a US kind of area.
No. You can be.
I want to be Yonkers.
London. You can be London Rifles.
I want to be Team Yonkers, mate.
I'm actually going to do the branding for it while we're away.
The London Rifles.
Eton Rifles.
If it's for an American audience, it'd have to be something a lot easier to know. It's like the London Knights.
The Bridge.
Or the Royal People of London. something like that.
And yes, we all know each other.
The London Bridges.
What's the one that?
London
The
Bridges.
Monarchs. The Monarchs is
Yeah,
always
that
the
could
one.
work. Yeah.
The Monarchs.
Yeah, a little crown logo.
Yeah. Honestly,
something there.
it's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, we'll take over TGL. It's cool.
I think.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
But there are a few things that. Why did they bring over? So it's the SoFi Stadium. It's a SoFi Stadium. Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things that they brought over from TV coverage, though. It's like, and here's the shot clock sponsored by Farm
Oh,
Foods.
you want about the hammer delivered by FedEx? Yeah.
The hammer. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The hammer, which was a tissue with a turd in it, as far as I could see. The hammer delivered by FedEx.
Yeah, and it was late, and you had to sign for it.
And you have to take a picture with it when you.
In my underwear.
I'm here.
They threw it in, and everyone was like, "Oh, where's it gone?" So it's over the fence.
We left it in a safe
Yeah,
space.
we dropped it over the back. Dropped it over the back. It's actually in row 3.
Although, here's the ring footage of the guy doing it, and now it's going to go viral.
It's in the car park because they left it with the neighbour.
I was so.
Oh, God. Yeah, there was too much sponsored by. Way too much.
It's very American.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's too expensive. They've got to obviously generate the
I was
money
gonna
for the
say,
players and all the rest of it. And honestly, I do want it to work. And yes, it's easy to sit back and maybe poke holes in the things that we didn't quite like. You know,
Yeah.
They are trying something new.
I mean, for me, I would obviously, I think that this has got so much legs, and I think it has potential. And it also, at the end of the day, it keeps Tiger here. We've all said it. We've been on the podcast so many times where we hate him hobbling around Augusta National. We don't like it. He's there. He's happy. He's healthy. He's getting involved with the crowd, everything like that. I think that this just has something.
It's invested, that's why.
It is. Yeah, it is.
got that money.
It is what it is. Like as you say, it's Fugazi. But it's like it's got potential. You can get creators involved. You can get so many people involved, personalities, celebrities, everything can all come together, all within a 2-hour broadcast where loads of people will get invested and get involved. I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you can get celebrities involved. Like halfway through that broadcast, they had like a 10 minute. They had like almost 10 minutes with DJ Khaled, which was.
But for like Americans, I think that is what I also really. I don't think any of you guys did mention about the ads. For us, I don't know. It might have been different for the ads of different things.
Yeah.
It was less. It was
Yeah.
much
Oh, yeah,
less.
definitely. Yeah.
God, there's so few ads.
If we can incorporate that if they can incorporate that where like it's less cover, less ads, but also getting these people in that like people are actually interested. When I was watching it, I thought that this couldn't have worked any other place other than America. Like this is an American product to the bone. And
They ever watched Gladiators?
but
I did. 'Cause my mum basically made that show.
But do you know what I mean? So like it's I just think it can work. I think it can work.
I think you, like I said, you say it's got legs. I think you're looking at this like it's a millipede.
Well, no, put it this way.
I'm looking at this like it's a horse.
Well, but
you see lots of legs. I
Yeah.
see 4, which could easily be hobbled
Yeah.
and taken to a glue factory. I could see this within 2 years.
Wow.
I could
Peter
just,
Finch does not endorse animal cruelty.
well, no, I mean, like when horses break a leg, generally they're put down, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm worried about next year. If TGL tries to vault over a fence and it comes down,
The thing is, they've already overcome adversity because their stadium fell down last year and they came back. So I'm hoping that it's upward trajectory. Yes, it could be awful, and we could eventually get to the point where like, that's it. This is it. Like you said, it's fine. But I want it's very similar to when Liv came out. We need to be careful not to judge it based on its first iteration, and that eventually, as it progresses, things will get better. I imagine the first time that there was a DP World or a PGA Tour event, it probably wasn't organised and broadcast. Yeah, the way it should have been.
we're all stood around, we'll surround a drink.
But like it can get better, and it will. And as the further it goes, the better it's going to get.
And as a first episode, I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought
It was really good.
Obviously, like you say, things iron out. Like
The game's gone. That's all he's about.
When we were all watching it, you guys are obviously more opinionated than myself. Like we were all sort of sit down watching. We were like, oh, it's all right. I liked it. So knowing that you guys kind of liked it was like, this could go somewhere.
But honestly, and that is what I'm saying. And like I said, I want this to do well. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, let's wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the first. Let's get the first season out of the way.
What happens when you start watching a new series on Netflix? And after a few episodes, you're like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're committed at that point, and
You're
now I
not.
want to know what happens.
No, you're not. You're not. If it's fine, you're not. After a few episodes, you're like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna. I'll go have something to eat, and you never come back to it. And it's always there. Like, continue watching. I don't know.
Careful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Careful.
think of a show that I've started doing recently.
The Wire. Breaking Bad. Oh, I'm never going to watch that. It's rubbish.
Breaking Bad's actually one I've not actually got back to.
Oh my God, you are. Roast him in the comments for that. That's
We got
awful.
the second match is tonight, isn't it? Right, it's Jupiter versus New York. I mean, it's first time we've seen Tiger.
New York back?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. LA. Sorry, yeah.
Hang on, what? It's Jupiter versus LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, it's huge.
Massive
Well,
match.
it's Fleetwood versus Tiger.
LA get battered everywhere.
Everywhere we go.
It's
That's the other thing that they need to do eventually is they need to split the stadium in half and have some fans on one side and some fans on the other. It's a very American thing to have all the fans
Flares.
mixed in. Yeah, I want shouting. I want all of it. You outside.
There are fans.
Give the carrot back.
How are they going to separate
Roy
fans?
Keane.
There's nobody fans.
Yet.
You know
Come
what?
on.
You
We're gonna be the
right.
fans.
I will get more invested. Is it Tiger tonight?
Yeah.
Is it tonight? I thought it was tomorrow.
No, it's Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, because
well,
we're already there.
yeah.
I got you.
If this comes out and Tiger holds a 20-foot putt and gives it a Tiger fist bump,
You're in.
I'm in. All right, I'm in. I'm
Do you know what?
invested.
The moment that I was in was this morning when I was on TikTok and I saw Jupiter Lynx's their account, tweet a conversation between Tom Kim and Tiger Woods. And Tiger described his team by saying, "We have Riz." Tiger Woods said the word Riz, and I couldn't believe it. I thought, this is it. If that's made him come down to the world of social media.
What,
and
from
the
12
world-
years ago?
Yeah.
Riz?
Yeah. He said, our team's got Riz.
God, maybe just go see now. Maybe he thinks he's got someone on his team called Riz.
Maybe. Yeah. It was Kiz. It was Kiz now.
I listen. Yeah, cool. Let's let's move on and let's see. Let's come back to this.
Oh, he's got it. Can you play it into the thing, or was that count as?
Win. I like that.
Oh.
I like that. Please, you ready? It's Riz, baby. We got Riz. We got Riz. I can't believe you made Tiger say that.
We got Riz.
It's brought him out of his shell.
Let's revisit this in 3 or 4 weeks and let's see what we think.
Okay.
Last point on this, one thing TGL have done really well is they've got people talking about it.
Yeah.
So a lot of interest in what is going
And
on.
the amount of like sort of social content that the PJ Tour put out from that, like from the collabs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you saw it. If you were living under a rock if you didn't see it. So, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting into it. I love it.
Speaking of things that you had to be living under a rock to miss, Bryson hit a lot of shots over his house this year.
Did he?
He did.
It's last year.
Last year. Yes, you're quite right. It was last year. And he has doubled down, right? And doubling down for Bryson means basically throwing a lot of money at the situation. And he invited a random fan to his house to try and recreate the feat. How many shots has it taken you to hole in one that green over the house?
How for me to do it?
Yep.
Oh, I'll still be there probably.
Cool. You?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
2.
An auto glass repair, auto glass replacement. I've been getting a call.
Well, we'll have to show the clip. So this fan, we'll have to show the clip. So this golf fan won 100K for a hole-in-one over Bryson's house, and it took him
5 shots.
5 shots. I must admit, the first time I saw this clip, I didn't really know what was going on. Like, I hadn't seen this advertised, and then I kind of saw the house. I kind of figured out eventually what it was, but because there was a net right in front of him,
Yeah.
and he hit it and it went over, I was like, oh, this is going to be like one of those disaster videos. It's going to smash into the house or something. And then I saw it go over. I'm like, oh, this is Bryson's house. Oh, it's gone in. All right, what is going on here? 100K for that. He got 100K. He got 100K for that.
He got 20 grand per shot.
Yeah, literally 100K.
You turned into your dad.
$100,000 he had for that.
Yeah.
For 5 shots. Yeah, I reckon that guy has been at his local simulator where they downloaded the course that the guy built that was the par 3 over Bryson's house. You know, someone made it.
Yeah.
He's been practicing. He's been grinding. And then he gets there and he does it in 5 shots.
5 is incredible. Given
It's
what was it, Bryson's
unbelievable.
16 days
Yeah,
to do it?
134 shots.
And
he
we
had.
thought that was good.
Yeah. Do you know what's worse is that the video wasn't 8 minutes, so Bryson had to like pad it in order to
I
get
did think that. I was like,
in
oh,
order to get the mid roll ad.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the actual video? It's the actual video is like a Mr. Beast video, basically. It's just
Because he had more than him, that guy coming in, didn't he? He had more than...
that was the last thing. So like at the start, it was like him versus Garrett. Garrett had to hit 3 holes, had 3 holes to get a birdie to give this guy 10K. Like it just sort of progressively
Right,
went
okay.
up, what a Mr. Beast video would be, and then ended up doing that. I thought. When I saw the hole in one, I thought, God, that's fake. Did
you really? Did you think it was fake?
At first I thought, but then I saw like the time. Like he started at 10 o'clock in the morning and it was 10:06.
I've
it was
not watched the video. Do you think that he filmed the guy doing the hole in one first,
Not sure.
and then got it and went, "Oh, no, I need to fill this with something."
Potentially. But yeah, I mean, potentially. I'm not sure.
I need to catch up. I've only just come to the realization that over the last 3 weeks, I've watched nothing.
Yeah.
You've just been reading, haven't
Yeah.
you?
I've just been reading and listening to books. Yeah.
I'm going to
Getting like super smart, you know what I mean?
Well, let's hope that you've been reading about old golfers, because I think we're going to do guess the player right now, aren't
We are going to do guess the player right now. And that is so good, Jacob. Well done. And it will not be an old golfer, because every time I do an old golfer, he wins.
we? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hello and welcome back to the 2025 edition of Guess the Player, the game where your knowledge of golf history is more important than your ability to actually hit the ball. How the game works. At the end of each episode, I describe the life and career of a famous golfer, and after each clue, these accomplished professionals write down who they think it is. However many hints it takes them to get home is how many shots they took on that hole. So, if you get a par 5 after just 4 clues, you would finish that hole in 1 under par. Here are the current standings. Let's rejoin the action as the players tee off. Okay, here we are. Welcome. Everyone's got paper.
Yes.
Wonderful. We are playing I believe we're playing a par 4.
Okay.
We are. It's a par 4.
What's the scores on the door so far this year?
It doesn't matter. It's even. Everyone has played 1 hole.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was par 5, was it?
It may have been.
I think I parred it.
Yeah.
I birded New Eagle.
Oh, did I?
I don't remember that.
Is that what you were waiting for?
I mean, I was hoping for it. Listen, I
that-
just want a bit of ego stroking this morning.
That podcast got taken down, so there's no evidence.
Or for me being too awesome.
You've gone past the awesome threshold.
This is the only thing I'm good at. Like my entire life, this is the only thing I've actually found myself being any good at. Just kind of tragic, but...
Okay, well, let's see how good you are at this one.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Shot number 1.
Oh, God.
Today's player has played in 21 majors and has missed the cut at all of the 4 majors at least once, but never all of them in a calendar year, unless you count 2020. This player has played in 21 majors and has missed the cut at all of the 4 majors at least once, but never all of them in a calendar year unless you count 2020.
He missed all of it, didn't he?
Or she.
Or she. Or she. He or she.
God, it's just one of those as well. I really need to listen back and to figure out who we've already had.
Okay, so we will put up a list on the screen
Yeah.
right now of who we have had already. So it can't be any of these people right here. However, it
I
can
can't
be,
see them. Where are
it
they?
can be anyone else in the world of golf. Where are they? Yeah, I have got the list. It's extensive. I even had to go back and compile it this morning to make sure I wasn't redoing someone who we'd already done.
It's kind of tough. Need to remember.
21 feels like a lot.
This feels like quite a long par 4, so I don't think I've got a hole in one. So
I'm glad to hear it.
Honestly, that's all I want. All I want is for you to have to hit at least 3 shots.
He still might have written someone down that's good.
Yeah, here we go.
No, it's wrong. Definitely wrong.
Shot number 2, and this is Peter Finch's Eagle. Speaking of playoffs, this player has played in a PGA Tour event playoff just once. He beat Tony Finau with a par on the 2nd hole. This player has played in a PGA Tour event playoff just once. He beat Tony Finau with a par on the 2nd hole.
By the way, I don't know this, but that's a really good clue. That's super specific. Someone somewhere will remember that. Get an eagle. Well done, Nick.
Thank you. I think that these are some of my favourites.
That was a good clue.
Yeah,
I'll back repeat on that one.
I like the first one as well, and I like the second one as well. I like the third one even better.
So 23 now in a play.
I've got it.
Have you?
No.
Oh, the unbridled confidence.
I like my name though. I'm
Jacob Broadbridge. I think it's good.
Can you do my full name, please?
Alan?
No.
Eric?
Yeah. Alan.
Close enough.
Alan.
Alan Titchmarsh. What a baller.
Okay.
Would love to have you on the channel.
Didn't think you'd get name dropped today.
I love Alan Titchmarsh. What a boy. What a guy.
Yeah. What was that? Ground Force. What a show that was.
He hosted Karen.
Shot number 3, and this is your birdie. This player's first name is John. This player's first name is John.
It's obviously not though, is it?
It's clearly
It's not, because I'm going to write John something and it's not going to be John, is it?
Yeah, it's going to go, I'd use his middle name, Sebastian.
Thanks for that impression of me. It was really good.
I've no reason to check. Who knows? Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just going to...
Good old...
John Nelly Corder.
I'm going to take the bet. I'm going to take the bait.
You're going to take the bait?
I'm going with the John.
You've gone for a John?
Yeah.
Yes. Got him. Okay, this is your tap in for par.
didn't take the bait.
You took the bait as well?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Kieran?
I did not.
Okay, excellent. Well done. All I want is for you two to do better than him. That's all I care about. Shot number 4. This is your tap in for par. Notification. This player has 6 PGA Tour wins to his name, including the Wells Fargo and the Fortinet, both of which he has won twice. This player has 6 PGA Tour wins to his name, including the Wells Fargo and the Fortinet, both of which he has won twice.
I know who it is.
This is good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wells Fargo.
Kieran wrote
Kieran was
vigour.
He was writing before I finished the second clue, the second reading of the clue.
Massive Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
I do really like that tournament.
Wells Fargo tattoo, this boy.
They're not doing it anymore, are they? The Wells Fargo.
Isn't it called something else?
Oh shit! I don't know. Sorry.
I don't know 1 hour, 6 minutes.
I don't know if that is the right person actually.
I don't know. Is it? You mean the event at Quail Hollow?
Isn't it changing name? It's not called the Wells Fargo
the
anymore.
Truisset Championship
Yeah.
at Philadelphia.
Terrible.
He didn't win that
No.
because that didn't exist.
Wells Fargo was the Quail, yeah.
Yeah, the Quail Hollow one. Yeah,
Oh, has it been replaced?
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, is that the one at Philadelphia?
Yeah, that's what the Wells Fargo Championship has become the Truisset Championship.
And it's out
but
of
it was
course.
also at Quail Hollow for the Wales. It's now at Philadelphia for the Truisset. It's a signature event this year.
I don't know if I've got this right, by the way.
No,
I
that's
know
not
he's
right.
won the Wells Fargo twice.
That's
So-
not right because I think the
Good
Tony
job.
Finau beating him in 2020 or whatever it was.
I didn't give you the year.
Did you not?
No.
Right, sorry. Okay,
Maybe.
digging out memories. Think.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Your one makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Does yours make sense, Peter Finch?
No, I don't think so. I'm just good. Just trying to think. Of six times. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it.
Oh, just gonna double down.
I can't.
You can't.
Like,
Okay.
it's not coming to me.
Okay, here we go. Here is. If you haven't got it now, you're going to be over par for the hole. Do not worry. It gets easier. Shot number 5. This is for bogey. This man attended the University of California, Berkeley, and now lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. This man attended the University of California, Berkeley, and now lives in Scottsdale, Arizona.
That's not right.
If you're playing along and you're driving and you've got it, well done. If you're playing along and you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on the podcast or whatever, please put it in the comments because we'd love to know how you get on against these guys.
Is that a bogey clue?
That's a bogey clue.
I'm really stumped now.
It's a bogey clue. He was.
Is that warrant of a birdie of a bogey clue?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the previous information plus this information should teach you something. about this person.
Should teach you something about this person.
Yeah.
be
You should learn.
Yeah.
I'm not just here to host the game.
Taunting.
I'm here to teach.
Tough one.
I'm going to fold, but I'm pretty sure I don't think I've got it.
No,
Because I thought I had it, but the guy I've got down didn't go to Cal. Famously didn't, because of what colour he wore.
right. So I've probably got what he's got down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. I wanted you to do so well today.
Yeah, I think we all might.
Because I think the Fortinet was the one that he came back and won off, but maybe it's not.
we all might be having a double here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, today, this is the worst you can do, by the way. This is double bogey. You can't get any worse than double bogey. So, congratulations. You're 2 over par if you got it on this one. So, the tall, hairy man who has just signed with Cobra and Lululemon, the best tweeter on tour.
Oh, damn.
Today's golfer is Max
I was literally about to write Max Homer down. And why did I not think he's won the Wells Fargo twice? Yeah. He has.
He's played in 21 majors. He's missed the cut at all of them at least once. In 2020, the reason that he didn't miss the cut at the Open was because there was no tournament,
right?
Because of COVID.
I was writing his name and then I crossed it out.
He beat Tony Finau in a PGA Tour playoff in that same year. So you were right. It was 2020. His first name is Jonathan Max Homer.
Yeah, right.
And he has won the Wells Fargo and the Fortinet twice. I think actually he may have even defended the Fortinet.
Yeah, I think he did go back to back one year.
He went to Berkeley, obviously like
that Wells Fargo, because that was
California,
and then moving to Arizona. That's what put me to put it in, and I crossed it out because I forgot he'd won it twice.
Signed with Cobra and Lululemon.
Yeah,
there you go, Max Homer. How'd you do?
I didn't get it.
Damn!
I did the same. I wrote him down for 5, crossed it out.
Oh, damn!
So we double bogeys on it.
Yeah,
that might be the first ever double bogeys all round.
You had Ricky, didn't you? Yeah.
Wow. So I think that was too hard.
That was a hard one. God's sake! The bogey putt needed to be a bit easy.
Yeah, that was a tricky one actually.
The thing is, I don't know how to feel about it because I liked.
You all got his name. You all got his name.
I liked all the.
Did you have Max Homer at any point?
Yeah, fine.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I would say.
Oh, you got 5.
No, I crossed him out.
Because I'm not. I think it was actually not too bad.
Yeah.
I think that the John one could have been a bit earlier. That felt like a bit too low down.
I had it first.
Yeah, I think it was more the first one.
Yeah, I think the first.
It's okay.
I think the first.
I enjoyed it.
Thanks for the review.
I enjoyed it.
I'll definitely not change anything for next time.
I think what we should have done is said it's Max Homer on the first one.
Just like, we're going to play Guess the Max Homer now. I mean, Guess the Player.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 because I think the first clue. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a.
I don't want to be the guys that when we don't do well, we just
don't get bitter. Get better.
Like none of us did well on that one. We all got a double bogey.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm still level par. So you got the first. So there's that.
I'm 2 over. It's all right. I'll come back from that.
Yeah. Listen, you've got to read into the clues more than is there.
I try not to though, because sometimes I've done that in the past and it
it's come back and bit you.
Oh well.
Doesn't play well at the majors. Doesn't particularly win a lot of things, but has won the same thing multiple times.
Do you know what the problem I found is?
California.
He won like 4 or 5 times in 1 year, didn't he?
I think
almost a good couple of years.
Now you say like it's so. Of course he won the Wells Fargo twice. I remember. I just didn't at the time.
I think that was a good clue because those Fortinet and so much, but Wells Fargo's was generally a very big event, so should stick in the mind, but it just didn't come to mind at all.
Yeah.
So.
Well done, mate.
What we've learned today is that you all suck equally as bad at recent golfers, but Pete is much better at older golfers.
The problem I'm finding is there's so many golfers. I just can't.
I'll tell you what, when we go back around, you'll get them all right.
The same clues.
I've heard this one.
Same clues, yeah.
It'll just be a memory game then. Of like
oh my God, who did he do third? He did, got it.
Wow. Anyway. Right, guys, just want to say a huge thank you for watching, for wrapping your ears around this week's podcast, or even your eyes, because if you've been watching this on our YouTube channel, then hello, welcome. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and go tell a friend. If you don't have any friends, don't worry, things will get better.
Tell us in the comments. Yeah, you're our friend. If you're right, join the Discord. Then you can really be our friend.
Hey, listen,
you can private message us.
If you play golf, you are our friend. And then get in the Discord. If you are listening on your favorite podcast provider, then well done you. Make sure that you give this podcast a 5-star rating, and then also tell a friend.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's about it, I think.
Cool. I think so. Should we go to? I'm going to America now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, let's.
I'm going to go and get to the airport.
You'll be
24 hours early.
Will you be in the air at this time? Is it an early flight? No, okay.
we're traveling to the airport. Maybe
it's a midday.
Exciting!
It's a midday flight.
Yeah, it's a midday flight. So that means that
It's 2:00.
we are going to have to get there immediately. No, when this comes out tomorrow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Do
sorry.
apologise.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
It's
remember we
tiny.
released
It's
on a
weird.
Tuesday?
It's
you
weird
can't
because it's
apologise.
actually not
Don't do it
live.
again.
I thought you. Sorry. Sorry.
It's all right.
Are you with us?
I'm with you now.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bad, a bad start to this trip.
We're
Kieran.
going to America
yeah.
today.
So yeah. No, we're gonna have to get there early because like Mick could be doing his nutting if we're not.
Now, I just want to know what bags we're taking, who's got the passport information, what time we're checking in, what time we're getting there, how are we eating, how are we drinking, what we're doing, when and how.
So you got a big bag each, although I don't know the weight things. Whatever. I've got 2 bags.
A big bag each because I've only packed a small bag.
Yeah, no, you got like a suitcase. You just need to leave room for some extra, like the wires, the podcast stuff.
Okay.
And I've got a golf bag and a normal bag. I think we're going from Manchester Airport, and I think it's tomorrow.
God, I'm
Today.
stressed. I'm so stressed.
Hey, it's tomorrow. It's Wednesday tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, when this goes out, it is Wednesday tomorrow.
Oh my God. Right, we're going. Bye.
Right, see you.